Alrighty gang, welcome back to a new video. In this video we'll be going over my Bleed Huntress Twister build. We'll be going over some of the skills, some of the stuff I use and whatnot. This isn't a full build guide on a finished build. This is just the overview of the build and sort of like what I've gotten done so far and where I'm at. Kind of slow because, you know, I'm hardly getting any currency, but like we'll fix that. We'll get that good. We'll run it through. Just need to get some of the pieces and then it'll run. But nonetheless, let's get into this. Let's talk about the gear first off. Gear we're running a spear, per usual. Gonna be a rare one. This is the one I got on right now. With the 25 to this. I would love the doubles and on the 25s. The double socket for that. We run this here, this helm. 168. This here is just there because, you know, I don't have a rare one yet. With good resist, good life, and stuff. As for our jewelry, we'll be running a rare amulet. Run a lot of stuff that has plus to alt to attack skills, whatnot, here and there, wherever I can get it. Plus the projectiles and stuff. We'll be running the Ventures, not the Ventador, the Ventures, the other one that starts with a V. The one that gives cold. Can't think of it off the top of my head. The one that gives cold as magnitude, but gives a bunch of bleed damage and stuff. We'll be running that as one of our rings, and then a rare one for the second one. It's just I haven't been able to get one off the market because trade is being slow. And on top of that, I need to rank up some more currency and stuff. But yeah. And then we will run a rare pair of gloves, resist, life regen, whatnot on there. We'll do the same here. Life regen, life, resist. If I can get invasion anywhere else besides just a chest piece, then we'll do that too. Run about what? Rip this off, put on a rare with a bunch of resist. We run this here for the fact that it gives physical damage as pinning, so that is nice. And then if we go into this, there's a reason we run that, mind you. But if we go into it, I can show you why we run the pinning. It's to hit for combat frenzy. Now if we read it, all active grant a frenzy charge when you freeze, electrocute, or pin an enemy. This can only occur once every few seconds. Gain a frenzy charge when you freeze, electrocute, or pin an enemy. No more than once every 5.1 seconds. And then we run. Supported skill has a 50% chance to grant an additional charge. Not bad. Not bad, but now let's get into what we run for the gems, and then I'll go into the passive tree. But yeah, what we run for this build is the basic stabs, spear throw. Yeah, this is all skill. But here are the actual gems. Whirlwind Slash, Twister, Rake, Herald of Blood. We run the Twister on the Whirlwind Slash for the extra damage on board. And I haven't gotten it set up yet. Just did that. Need to find a good setup for it. And then Twisters, we run Lacerate for the extra 50% chance to bleed. We run the Deep Cuts for magnitude. Hella magnitude. Support skill deals less damage though. And then we run the persistence with this, and then once we get the large jewel orbs, we'll be able to do that. Rake. Now, Rake is in the build for the close quarter combat, so if I get like, you know, pushed up on, I'll rake and guarantee a bleed on everybody. But that's why we run Rake, is to movement skill, also gives bleed. Now we run the Herald of Blood. Now, most builds I've seen don't run Herald of Blood. But like I like Herald of Blood because it guarantees explosions on corpses that are normal and magic corpses or enemies that are bled. So it's like you got explosions, and then it's got a 43% chance to aggravate bleeding on hit. So you're guaranteed that aggravated. You're nearly guaranteed with all the stuff. Nearly guaranteed aggravated bleeding. Then we run the Bloodhound mark because you know it's Bloodhound mark and it gives extra explosions. And then marked targets release a blood explosion when heavy stunned. Damn, nice. Combat Frenzy, we talked about why we run this. Extra damage, really nice, really good skill there. Now anything I change is subject to, all this is like that I'm talking about is subject to change. So once the final build guide, or if we do a final build guide for this build, it'll definitely be good one. But yeah, that's what we run on the build for that for now. Mind you, I am level 62. Now, mind you, this build here looks a little shabby, but I've been removing a lot of the stuff here. I've been going around switching up the build, fixing it, and taking off a lot of these nodes, and I'm putting points here to attack damage, into the primal instinct, into the stalk and leap. Come down here, melee, dexterity, grab a little bit of strength along the way. And then you come here, we running accuracy and attack speed. Accuracy and attack speed. And then 8%. And then the precision salvo for the accuracy, because later down you're going to see why. We run dexterity, and then we're going to run into this, into the spear of accuracy, into this. Run here. Grab this, and then grab that too while we're at it. And then this node here is going to come out, grab these two. Because, yeah, damaging alignments deal damage 12% faster. 15% increased duration of damaging alignments on enemies. 30% increased damage with hits against enemies affected. Most definitely going to pick that up. Just going to, you know, move all our points out of this, out of these areas. And the way I've been doing that is I've been doing quick maps that are like, you know, high density gold currency maps, and then I'll just come out of the map, slot those points in, run them again, because I have like no resistance, no nothing, because getting the gearing and just rearranging this build, it's taking me a little bit. Like I'm gonna definitely grab like hazards. 5% increased damage for each hazard triggered recently, up to 50%. And then 16 increased damage with hazards. And hazards are like, so the hazards are for like the whirlwinds, the winds that are made, because we're definitely gonna go into a bunch of other stuff here. We're gonna definitely pick up a lot of crit in this build, so we're gonna go with the Throat Seeker, into the Heartbreaker, Struck Through, the Heart Stopping. Definitely gonna pick a lot of this up for the crit. And then the accuracy stuff here, we're gonna grab into this. Invasion, Dexterity. Invasion, Dexterity. Grabbing these two here. Death. Good one. coming out to the Throat Seeker. That's as far as we're going to go outwards. But yeah, grabbing a lot of that crit on the side will definitely help. Well, grabbing the Falcon Dive to get the extra increased attack speed per 250 accuracy rating is nice. So grabbing as much accuracy rating as possible will definitely help with the speeds and stuff, which will definitely amp up the damage on the DPS side of things rather than the other stuff. But like to look into like how much damage I'm doing, like main skill wise, so Twister 638 DPS. Other than that, pretty decent, pretty nice, you know. So we definitely go like what? Main hand estimated bleed 19 to 39. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, build's fucking garb right now. Do I have any maps we could try this out on? We're just gonna do a normal map, nothing on it. Build's kind of garb. If map wants to load. We're just gonna do a few like, you know, damage output numbers and stuff. And I'm gonna show you like what it's all about. Shit. Loads. There we go. Enemies. I want to show off this build.
Button down the hatches.
Like, look at that. Not bad damage. Like, not bad damage. Like, definitely not bad damage. But, like, you can see, like, my resist. Like, I'm gonna definitely die in this here. If I don't... Yeah. Like, anything past normal mobs is not getting shredded. But yeah. Nothing past normal mobs is getting shredded. But yeah, that is pretty much the build so far. And sort of like, you know, the damage output that I'm doing right now to like just normal mobs that are level 65. Which I could definitely upkeep that if I keep getting that crit up there. And then I keep the aggravated bleed on the cutthroat. Cutthroat is definitely something I'm going to play. Like, there's build guides I've been checking out and I've been testing and I've been, like, you know, pulling what I like from those builds. And I'm going to just, you know, mesh them together and then make my own creation and work with what I can get. But, yeah, that's pretty much the build so far. And stuff. I just want to give you guys an update, a better picture. But, yeah, if you like this video, if you got any suggestions on what I should change and what I should do with the build and what nodes I should pick up, let me know down in the comment section down below. But peace out and see you guys later. Bye-bye. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe.